Tribe number 2, the white wind. The 3 words of the white wind to feel into and to activate you are spirit, breath, and communication. Take a few moments to really feel into those words and see what they ignite in you. Communicate. This is the essence of communication, of sharing from one to another. It can be from person to person in talking, or it can be through soul to self, through writing. It can be in music, it can be in meditation. Breath. The breath that comes through our lungs and through our mouths and out through our lungs and out through our mouths. It's this flow of life. If we didn't have breath, we wouldn't have life. So breath is the oxygen in our lungs and the air we breathe, but it's also life force. It's pure presence in breathing and how that gives you the ability to live. And spirit. Spirit is like the wind. It's invisible to be seen, but it is felt so deeply. You can feel the wind blowing across your body, but you can't really see it. It's a spiritual experience because spirit is absolutely universal and there is no one flavor of spirit. Spirit can be anything. So these 3 words, spirit, breath, and communication, these are the words that make up the white wind archetype. The white wind, they're usually quite inspiring people. They have some message they want to share, some beautiful idea or something of the spirit, some download or some energy that they're just dying to share with people and communicate. There's a lot of passion in this energy to speak. And you may find that if you don't have this quality, often you may be a bit blocked. So because we are born into a certain archetype, doesn't always mean we're going to fully embody it. It means that the seeds of that gift are within us, but we have to learn how to really allow them to express themselves, which is what we're starting to do here, just by learning the very basics and the constructs of who you are. So for example, if someone's a white wind, but they're really nervous to speak, and maybe they have asthma, and they don't ever want to speak out above someone else's voice or make their words heard, they may be challenged by their energy, and they may be living in their shadow rather than their light. And this is not unsurprising because we grew up in a world where we're often not supported to fully be in our light. And sometimes it can actually be really hard to live in our light unless we have beautiful community and family and friends. So if you feel you are living in your shadow, it's okay. It's really good to know where you're at, because then you get to see the full potential of what lies ahead of you and start taking the steps to get there. So with white wind, some challenges may be staying rooted, so staying really grounded in your expansive ideas. Often the white wind can be pulled and drawn, and it can be almost like a squirrel, like this thing, then that thing, because there's so much inspiration they feel. So the trick is, if this is your challenge, to just pick something and just go as deep as you can and then fully release it rather than jumping from thing to thing. I see the wind, it's like the channel for expression. And if you look at 3 people lined up, you may notice they have different physical appearances. Maybe they're a different age. Maybe they have different style or a different aura that they exude. But what really differentiates them is that channel of spirit that runs through them. What makes this person like this and that person like that? We all have our individual spirit. And the white wind is such a beautiful embodiment of this, to really allow your spirit to flow through you. Now I'm going to share with you a few famous celebrities who have this white wind archetype as their birth energy. One of them is Amelia Earhart. And not only is it ironic that she loved flying planes and being up in the sky and in the wind and the clouds, she also had quite a free, passionate spirit. Another amazing example of the wind is Tom Hanks. That actors, they have to be able to channel spirit. If an actor just gets up on stage and they just don't allow something to move through them or to feel an energy that's different than their normal energy, it requires a huge level of communication of spirit. A third embodiment of the white wind energy is notorious soul singer Alicia Keys. And her songs, I don't know about you, when she sings, I can feel it in my bones. I can feel how passionate she is and how inspired she is. I can feel this depth of spirit in her voice. She is naturally, of course, anything that improves your communication is going to improve the white wind qualities in you. It's going to help them live their fullest life. So some that I can name off the top of my head is NLP, Neurological Linguistic Programming. If you haven't heard of this, it's a beautiful course. It's a whole study, actually. It's a modality. It's worldwide. On learning how to speak and use your body language to be able to be more receptive to others, and also be able to read other people and tune in to the communication that's naturally going on. Also Toastmasters, which teaches you how to evoke your own voice and to be able to give a speech or to be able to express yourself, even in groups of people. Anything that allows you to feel more comfortable speaking is really going to help this white wind strengthen. And then we want you to turn into the more subtle communication. So this looks like no sound other than nature. Taking yourself to a park or to the woods or to your backyard, anywhere where you can be somewhat alone in nature, whether that's trees or the beach or the mountains or dirt, anything that's natural in form and organic texture. And another one that's a bit more freeing and fun is singing. So putting yourself out there and singing, or singing in your shower, creating a challenge for yourself where you're like, I'm going to sing every single day for the next 30 days. I have to sing for at least 5 minutes every day. Maybe that's alone, maybe that's with friends, maybe that's in the car, reciting poetry, chanting, finding a chant online, or just chanting Om over and over again. Anything that gets your vocal cords opening. Because when we open up our throat and we allow our voice to come through, we actually open up our heart, we open up our bodies, we open up everything within us. And when we're open to life, that's when magic happens. That's when we receive beautiful opportunities and invitations. If we're closed off to life and we're not letting anything come through, usually not that much good stuff comes our way. So it's a beautiful practice to keep opening yourself. And there'll be some self-judgment at first. There'll be some nervousness and self-consciousness, but that's just part of the journey. We're humans and we're here to learn and grow. And so this white wind energy is so beautiful, and it has the opportunity to be this channel of communication and spirit and inspiration. So if this is you, or if you want this quality more in your life, go for it. Don't hold back. And sing and communicate and talk like no one's watching. Or like everyone's watching and you absolutely love it.